Now you already know what car it is just by looking at it. It is of course the Skoda Superb and it looks quite familiar, but trust me, this is the new generation car. When you see it up close and in person, it looks strikingly different. It looks a little bit larger for one, and that's what it probably is. And there's a lot more three-dimensionality to it all, especially the headlamps that sweep back a whole lot further than in the previous car. The grille has a bit more 3D to it as well. It sort of protrudes out more than before, and as you can see, there's a camera and there for the 360 camera system. Down here, there's a much cleaner sweep to the lower air dam, and it all contributes to a cleaner look for the car on the whole. But if you look a little bit closer, there are still those characteristic Skoda lines that's supposed to resemble crystal and the Czech crystal from where this car hails. But it's all done with restraint in true Skoda fashion, and I think it's come out very well. Now speaking of the crystal, there's a lot more of that crystalline detailing in these headlamps as always with Skoda's two projector elements. I think it comes together really nicely, and with that aforementioned three-dimensional look, it feels and looks like a big premium car. There's a lot of detail in there and I really like it. Now come over to the side and you'll notice this very sharp set of 18-inch wheels. They look very elegant, and of course that is because this is the Lauren and Clement version. It's a very subtle and beautiful design. There is also going to be a Sportline version. I don't know if they'll bring that to India, but that of course looks a whole lot sportier. What do you think of the sort of front end design of this car? Let me know down in the comments. Now one thing that's always been an attraction for the Skoda Superb is its cavernous lift back boot, and just look at that. I'm sure it's 600 liters plus as was the previous car. And yeah, you could literally have a nap in there. Once you close it though, you'll notice that it's a far more elegant treatment than the previous car. It was quite sharp and rakish in the previous Skoda Superb, but now this is very subtle LED treatment for the tail lamps. They're still, like the front, a lot of curves and lines, but they're toned down, they're subdued a little bit. This is a 4x4 version. I doubt we'll get that in India. We'll probably stick with front wheel drive, but that is available in overseas markets. And now, of course, on the tailgate, it's the Skoda wordmark rather than the logo. Now, this being a premium executive sedan, the Skoda Superb has always been about the backseat, but just look first at how big this door is. It has got it massive, and that should tell you all you need to know about the space inside. I'm going to hop inside and show you about that. The good news is you don't sit too low down as you do in some other sedans. You sat high enough up to not be uncomfortable. And legroom is just incredibly vast. I haven't even checked. I think that seat is pushed a little bit back, but still it's really good. This is a very comfortable place to sit. You've got a nice armrest that folds down over here to reveal some cup holders underneath, and a little place to dock your tablet or your cell phone. Very handy. Another place to dock your tablet is over here if you wanted to. And this car gets heated rear seats and its own zone of climate control plus USB Type-C ports just above the AC vents. It doesn't get a sunroof, but as with other Skodas, I think it will for India. And as you can see, there are sunshades on the doors. It's a very serene and let's just say restrained luxury experience back here. I really like this brown upholstery, and I do like the comfort of these seats. This would be a great car for the chauffeur driven. Where I think they've made the biggest advance in this car though is the front seat, because they've really enhanced the feeling of luxury. It no longer feels like just a premium sedan, it feels like a full-on luxury sedan. And to that end, there's loads of cool stuff in the dashboard. I like the way it dips down in the center. That, by the way, reflects the shape of the grille, the traditional Skoda butterfly grille, and I think that's just a great piece of design. I like the use of this open pore wood that feels proper premium and luxury, and of course, as before, a nice quality of leather that's cross-stitched. There's even this very nice grill-like texture trim piece in the dashboard, and it integrates the AC vents into it very seamlessly. I think that works well. Not so sure about this giant touchscreen that protrudes all the way up here. I feel it's a bit excessive and sort of blocks your view a little bit. I wish they could have mounted it a little bit low, but I guess it gets the job done. What's also nice is that they've brought in these very cool and very tactile controls, not just for the HVAC, but they can do some drive mode features as well. I believe they're context sensitive, so as you press them, the function changes, and I think that's really cool to see in a Skoda Superb. As with all the newer Skodas, it's now the word mark Skoda, not the logo on the steering wheel, and of course you get a set of digital dials in front of you. Over here you'll find decent sized cup holders, wireless charger, and an electronic parking brake. It's not super flashy in true Skoda fashion, it's quite subtle, but it does feel really high quality and built to last. And finally, this neat split opening big cubby hole down here, that's very good. I also got to commend these seats, they're nice and comfy, and I'm sure they can be cooled and heated for India. Skoda has offered that in the past, and I'm sure they can offer it again. All things considered, I really love what they've done with this cabin. It truly does feel like it's in luxury territory now. So there you have it. In cool and subtle ways, the Skoda Superb has gone even more upmarket and feels like a truly proper luxury item now. But that comes at a price, and the price is the price. Well, this car, like the current Skoda Superb, is going to come in as a CBU import, and that means it's going to become even more expensive than the current car is, well north of 55 lakh rupees. And in case you're wondering why it is a CBU and not a CKD, well, that's an interesting story. The new Skoda Superb is made in an all-new plant, and that plant doesn't have a facility to make CKD kits. So everywhere this new car goes outside its home market, it will be a CBU import. Now, that's not too much of a problem when the taxes aren't high, but in India, with our high import duties, that will drive the price up. At that price, yes, it's well into Mercedes, BMW, and Audi territory, but then again, it's that price to size ratio that varies with the Skoda Superb. The good news is, Skoda, because it is a CBU import, has not ruled out the idea of alternative powertrains. Yes, it will come with a 2-liter TSI petrol engine at first, just like the current one does, but they are opening up the discussion, let's just say, to hybrid as well as diesel. Yes, in small numbers, they could very well import a diesel version at a very high cost. Is that something you might want? Let us know down in the comments. I, for one, am very excited because I love sedans for this new Skoda Superb. You tell me what you think down in the comments, and I hope you subscribe to Autocar India.